Welcome to fourth episode of our podcast, Beyond Degrees, where we talk beyond the degrees.
Ma'am, before we start this conversation, please introduce yourself to our audience.
First of all, thank you so much for having me. And I am Dr. Richa Sahu, and I'm working as an assistant professor at the Department of Biomedical Engineering and Bioinformatics at University Teaching Department, CSVTU. And I've been a part of CSVTU from December 2023. And before that, I was working as an assistant professor in the Department of Biotechnology, MIT University, Chhattisgarh. So I am basically from Bhilai, born and brought up, and my schooling has been from the BSP school, and lastly sector 10 से मेरी schooling हुई है. And then I joined NIT Raipur in the Department of Biotechnology for my BTech. Then I did my MTech as a DBT fellow from Kolkata, from McCourt. And then immediately after my MTech, I got a fellowship, and then I joined NIT Raipur in the Department of Biotechnology for my PhD. सो आई मैं यहीं पैदा हुई थी एंड मेरी स्कूलिंग इनिशियली टिल क्लास 5 इट वाज फ्रॉम बिलासपुर बिकॉज माय फादर वाज पोस्टेड देयर ही वाज इन बीएसपी and then in the fifth class mid I joined here in the BSP school, and then I completed the entire schooling from here.
So, ma'am, let's just start from the very beginning, from your BTech degree. So, you started your BTech from NIT Raipur.
Yeah.
So, from there to till now,
Mhm.
what has been your journey like?
So to be very honest, till 12th I had two main subjects, biotechnology, biology and mathematics, both from CBSE. So when I joined during the counseling, I had few options of branches, but because I never wanted to leave bio in my teaching and in my education, so I joined biotechnology. And after that, I had in my mind that I have to pursue PG. So I went for MTech in Calcutta, and there I had a fellowship from Department of Biotechnology. And then honestly बताऊं तो मेरा कोई plan नहीं था PhD करने का. I got a placement offer after immediately after my MTech during from the campus placement. But somehow it turned out that I got a call from few IITs for PhD, and then I went for the interview. I converted it, but later what happened, in between I got to know that my sister is planning for the US for her PG degree. She was working with TCS in Bombay. So because of that and many other factors, I came back because I had a offer from NIT Raipur as well for a GRF. So I joined in my own department as a PhD. Again, if I tell you honestly, I never had a plan to join academics after BTech. Sorry, after PhD. But it turned out like that because I wanted to do some postdoc and to continue my research. But when I was submitting my thesis, I got an offer from MIT. And then initially I thought, let's try, because I used to think that I'm not a good teacher and it will be very difficult for me to teach an undergrad engineering students. So I was not very confident, to be very honest, that whether I'll be able to do justice in this field of academics. But I joined reluctantly. But in the next 6 months, I realized that this is what I like, and this is what is my playground, to be very honest. And then I got an opportunity to take PhD students under me, and then I continued my research and I started teaching the BTechs. I have taught MTech there. I have taught MSc and BSc people. I had 4 PhD students under me. And in December 2023, after getting selected at CSV2, I joined UTD as a assistant professor. So this was my journey, and PhD was one bump that I never wanted to join, but I joined. And then joining academics was the another thing that was out of the blue for my life. So this is how my journey was.
So, ma'am, how do you handle your research work with your teaching responsibilities?
See, it's not difficult because in teaching only you get connected with your research. Whether you teach the BTech students or PG students, what is difficult is managing the academics, research with the administrative work that we do. Because teaching and research are related, it's not difficult. Once you spend 1-2 years in your academic journey and you get your PhD students, most of the academic thing is handled by your PhD students. Like in MIT, when I used to work, I had 4 PhD students under me. So whenever I had administrative work, they used to take my classes and they used to take my academic work. What is a little bit of hurdle, if I say in a research, is the academic, administrative work that we do. So that is one thing that we have to manage. Baki research and teaching is like go hand in hand.
Well, so let's just start with the very root cause of all of this. जैसे आपने कहा that you took mathematics and biology both in your 12th CBSE.
Yes.
So what actually sparked that interest in that particular alma, like in the science? Why not arts? Why not
Yeah.
commerce? Why only science?
There are two reasons. My father is from the chemistry background. He was a science teacher. He used to teach 11th and 12th chemistry. So, right from the beginning, I've seen him teaching science, and he used to. My father is very outgoing, and he used to share a lot of new thing that comes in the field of science. He used to share with me. So, I had that spark in me that जाना तो मुझे science में है. One. When I shifted to Bhilai in class 5th, Bhilai has a very different environment for anti-science students. It is thought that people who do not take medical or science or engineering in their graduation are the students who are weaker in studies.
Right.
That is how the notion is in Bhilai and still there, sadly. So that was also one thing. So I never had an option of taking arts or commerce or anything in my हायर सेकेंडरी आई नेवर हैड एन ऑप्शन सो साइंस ही एक था मैं जानती भी सिर्फ साइंस थी उसके अलावा मेरे खानदान में कोई ऐसा नहीं है जिसने साइंस के अलावा कुछ पढ़ा है तो आई नेवर हैड एन इंट्रोडक्शन टू एनीथिंग अपार्ट फ्रॉम साइंस सो दिस इज व्हाई
Ma'am, if you had to choose any other stream, like let's say you wanted to choose arts, and like you said, I mean, I'm assuming there must have been a lot of pressure to choose science. I mean, in your case, you had an interest, but in case some students have a pressure on them that none of the people in their family has taken, anything other than science, and the society is framed a certain way.
Yes.
So, how would you mitigate that?
आई विल आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन इन टू पार्ट अगर मैं वहाँ होती कि मुझे साइंस के अलावा कुछ और लेना होता सो एट दिस एज आफ्टर सो मच ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस आई विल से कॉमर्स आई वुड हैव नेवर टेकन साइंस I would have taken commerce, I would have taken a degree in finance, and I would have been doing something else entirely. But for the parents, see, it depends on the environment that you are brought up. It is not you who should understand, it is the parents who should understand. And if your parents are not understanding that, it is your journey and it is your career. You have to fight with people because I will give you one example. One of my cousin is CS, company secretary. वो when she took commerce everybody was like कि why is she taking commerce ये पढ़ाई में ऐसी थी क्या इसको को कॉमर्स दिला दिए अरे इसका तो स्कूल चेंज हो जाएगा like that but she was very sturdy in her stance कि नहीं मुझे कॉमर्स पढ़ना है either you be this way or you make your parents understand so you don't have any other option so it's the environment that matters that's it doesn't matter what stream you choose.
So, ma'am, if there would be a thing that you would change about how you approach your life in your 20s, maybe, then what would it
Nothing at all. See, I have made a good lot of mistakes, but that is how I am, and that is what shaped me. May it be my career choice, may it be the backlog that I got, may it be the, breaking the rules and getting suspended, or I have been suspended many times, okay, and I have had 2 bags in my BTech journey. But what I feel is the mistakes that you do is what make you or shapes you. If you don't do your mistakes, you will not be able to understand certain things about life. So I have no regrets. I have you let me tell you that ऐसा कोई चीज नहीं है जो मैंने नहीं की है. So but when I look back, I'm very happy. And this is what matters. So nothing.
So like mistakes is not only giving you some life lessons, it's also enjoying.
Yeah.
Kind of enjoyment.
So I have innumerable stories to tell to my daughter, maybe my kids, or maybe my students, my granddaughter. You should have certain things. I'm not saying do something which will, cost your life. Not like that, please. That's a disclaimer.
Offending the
Yeah, but what I'm trying, anything illegal, no, don't do that. But see, if you have made a wrong choice in your career, like मुझे लेना था X subject, मैंने Y ले लिया, can be handled. If you got a back, can be handled. Placement नहीं हुआ, can be handled. You got failed, you got flunked, you got suspended, can be handled. You did a mistake in a relationship, can be handled. Family can be handled. There is nothing that you cannot handle except for illegal things जिसमें आप जेल ना जाओ. बाकी everything is allowed. So I have nothing to look back and change.
सो जस्ट लाइक डू द मिस्टेक्स जिसके कारण आपको जेल ना जाना पड़े, और या फिर कुछ एकदम वर्स्ट की सिनेरियो बट
मरना मत और जेल नहीं जाना, ये मेरा दो फिलॉसफी जो मैं लोगों को बोलती हूँ कि मरना नहीं है और जेल नहीं जाना है, रेस्ट एवरीथिंग इज अलाउड, क्योंकि फॉर एवरी मिस्टेक दैट यू डू यू लर्न समथिंग। एंड तब नहीं सीखते ना, जब मैं 21 साल की थी, जब मैंने कुछ मिस्टेक की तो मैं तब नहीं सीखी। when I got when I turned 25, when I joined PhD, that time something happened when I came back to the campus again. When I looked back at that, oh God, मैं बची थी एकदम। what you did was not right, but somehow you managed, and thank my God कि था बचा लिया तुमने, मैं यहाँ तक आ गई। So that is something, and never have regrets। ये चीज़ करने का मन है, कर लो, देखा जाएगा।
well, that's a great philosophy to have. So let's get back to your research work. So if suppose you got unlimited funding, which research you would like to continue and why?
So right from the beginning, my research was on waste valorization, means you make something good out of waste. So if I get unlimited funding, so I will continue my research on converting the waste into something useful. Being from छत्तीसगढ़, क्योंकि मैंने इसी पे काम किया है, हमारे पास आसपास बहुत वेस्ट चीज़ें हैं। वी आर द हाईएस्ट प्रोड्यूसर्स ऑफ राइस, so we have a lot of waste materials in terms of husk, in terms of straw. So you can have so many things out of it. So I will continue my research in that. I'm still doing that. You have a lot of flora and fauna around you. You have a lot of chicken waste around you. You have a lot of biomaterial waste around you. Use that and convert it. So I will do that. I will make a lab where the waste is converted into something useful, which is commercial, which can be commercialized. So I have been doing this and I will continue to do that. So nothing specific, but yeah, this one.
Yeah, that's a very great part about it, that research work. Like let's say that what's one innovation in biotech you wish, like I was reading your that Google Scholar page. You did some research in how we can convert the waste material from the pulp from the paper industry into something useful. So what was the journey behind all of this, like that research work, like that, because this waste में आप कैसे change कर सकते हैं, that research is kind of I would say maybe difficult because जनरली कोई सोचता नहीं है उसके बारे में उतना।
हाँ, उसका रीज़न ये है कि when I did my PhD was not on waste valorization per se, but a part of it, because whatever work I did in my PhD, it was a two-way thing, divided था वो। एक तो नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी था, थोड़ा सा कैटलिस्ट पे था, तो I worked on nano bio catalyst. So after doing my PhD, see, PhD is learning phase. You don't really do research during your PhD. Your research actually starts after your PhD, when you guide people. When you can go in the lab and take your test tube and start doing. No, the real research starts when you complete your PhD, because PhD is entirely learning. आप सीखते हो कि सीखना कैसे है और सिखाना कैसे है. PhD is just about that. So when I joined MET, so we used to go from Raipur to Kharora. It is near about 35 kilometers from my house. So in between I used to see a lot of rice mills. तो राइस मिल क्या करते हैं ना, आप राइस मिल के आसपास से गुजरोगे तो बहुत स्मेल आती है, बिकॉज उसमें स्टार्च बहुत होता है एंड हस्क होता है। तो हस्क क्या करता है कि ब्लॉक कर देता है पानी को, कि वो अब्जॉर्ब करता है एंड पानी फ्लो होने देता है, वो सड़ाने लग जाता है चीज़ों को। तो आई यूज टू सी अ लॉट ऑफ हस्क एंड दीज थिंग्स, एंड बाई चांस माई हस्बैंड ऑल्सो वर्क्स ऑन ग्रीन एनर्जी, सो ही यूज टू कन्वर्ट अ लॉट ऑफ हस्क इन टू हाइड्रोजन। उनका PhD इस पे था, तो I used to talk about it. So because I was a material person, so we used to take that husk and from the waste, zero पैसा, and then we used to divide it into its component. उसमें cellulose होता है, उसमें lignin होता है, and taking each part of it, we used to convert into some material. Like if you read one article, we are converting the chicken feather. जो चिकन के फेदर होते हैं ना, आप चिकन के दुकान के आसपास देखोगे तो बहुत सारे आपको ऐसे मिल जाएंगे। यू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू केराटिन, वो केराटिन के बने होते हैं, जिसके हमारे नाखून बने होते हैं। उसको कन्वर्ट करके आप नैनो जेल बनाते हो, जो वूंड हीलिंग में काम आ सकता है। वो आर्सेनिक अब्जॉर्ब कर सकता है, वो मरकरी अब्जॉर्ब कर सकता है, क्योंकि वो आप जब नैनो जेल बनाते हो ना, तो वो ऐसे आपको दिखेगा नॉर्मल मटेरियल की तरह, लेकिन जब आप उसको पानी में डालते हो तो वो 10-15 टाइम्स स्वेल हो जाता है, और जितना स्वेल होता है तो वो बड़ा मटेरियल को अपने ट्रैप कर लेता है, जैसे लेड है, आर्सेनिक है। फिर आप जब उसको सुखा देते हो तो वापस छोटा हो जाता है, लेकिन आपका हैवी मटेरियल उसके अंदर, हैवी मेटल उसके अंदर ट्रैप हो जाता है। That is one thing. So it comes eventually when you start working, आप जब स्टूडेंट्स को गाइड करते हैं, आप उनको बताते हैं, यू रीड पेपर्स, एंड वन मोर थिंग इन रिसर्च इज व्हेन यू रीड अ लॉट ऑफ पेपर कि पूरे ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड लोग कर क्या रहे हैं वेस्ट वैलोराइजेशन में, किस चीज़ को किस में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं. तो इंडियन साइंटिफिक फ्रेटर्निटी, इफ आई हैव टू से टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, दे मोस्टली compete विथ वेस्ट पीपल कि अच्छा जो उन्होंने नहीं किया ना वो कर लेते हैं, रेलेवेंट हो नहीं हो डजेंट मैटर, उन्होंने नहीं किया है ना चलो वो कर लेते हैं, या इवन वर्स्ट उन्होंने किया है तो भाई यहाँ पे भी कर लेते हैं, यहाँ पे वो नया है. बट आई हैव राइट फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग फोकस्ड ऑन छत्तीसगढ़, बिकॉज मुझे छत्तीसगढ़ पे लंबे टाइम तक रहना है. एंड यहाँ पे जितने वेस्ट मैं आप लोग को भी बोलूँगी, यहाँ जितने वेस्ट हैं, दैट एवरीथिंग कैन बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू समथिंग रियली रियली वेस्ट यूजफुल. मेड बी केले का पत्ता, या आपके घर में जो भाजी वाजी खाते हैं या कुछ भी, इट कैन बी यूज फॉर एनी, you can turn anything into anything useful. So this is the beauty of waste valorization. I had to continue my research in that field.
So I'm taking a look at this country. Let's say you had to develop a technique, or maybe you wish that a technique was there, especially in biotech, that would help the country prosper in ways that you are describing. Like you just said that India is trying to compete with other countries in terms of what they do in biotechnology. So, what is something that we could develop in our country that would help?
See, if I may be so bold कि मैं ये बोल सकूं, because there are so many policy makers and scientific advisors sitting with the government of India who are advising them. There are two major things that India can work on. India is a country who works on agriculture, so we have a lot of agricultural waste. So we can convert that agricultural waste into many things. That is one part that we can do. आपने सुना होगा कि पंजाब में पलारी जलाते हैं जिससे पॉल्यूशन होता है. That is also an agricultural waste. So I think Indian government can use some good fund in converting those agricultural waste into something really waste useful. एनर्जी पे हम काम कर सकते हैं. हम सनशाइन सिटी है, कंट्री हैं, तो उसमें हम काम कर सकते हैं. हम हेल्थ पे बहुत अच्छा काम कर सकते हैं. इंडिया में अगेन मटेरियल को अगर मैं साइड कर दूं, इंडिया में वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ पोटेंशियल इन पीपल हु कैन वर्क ऑन हेल्थ. बट वही होता है कि जो फंड्स आते हैं, बिकॉज यू नीड फंड्स फॉर रिसर्च, एंड फंड्स ठीक से एलोकेट नहीं होते. यू विल बी सरप्राइज टू नो दैट अमेरिका जितना फंड अपने रिसर्च को देता है, और इंडिया जितना फंड अपने रिसर्च को, टोटल जीडीपी का जो परसेंट होता है, हमारे जीडीपी का लगभग 3% के 3 से 3.5% जो है, दैट कम्स टू रिसर्च. जीडीपी का, द एंटायर जीडीपी का 3 to 5%. उतना छोटा सा फंड अकेले ऑक्सफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी को मिलता है, अकेले हार्वर्ड को मिलता है, अकेले को. इसलिए वो वहाँ पे है. तो आप सब चीज़, फील्ड इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. इंडिया को तो पहले फंड एलोकेट करना पड़ेगा ना अपने रिसर्चर्स को. बट अगेन वी आर अ डेवलपिंग कंट्री. यूएस and European countries are developed country. They have fund, they have money. So this is one thing that can be done. अगर आप ही लोग अंडर ग्रेड स्टूडेंट्स को प्रोजेक्ट के लिए इमेजिन करें को 50,000 दे दिया जाए एज अ गवर्नमेंट स्टूडेंट, कुछ तो अच्छा करोगे. क्योंकि आपको तो गवर्नमेंट को जवाब भी देना पड़ेगा कि आपने क्या किया. इमेजिन यू गेट 50,000 फॉर योर प्रोजेक्ट, यू विल डू वंडर्स. वो बोल रही हूँ मैं. फील्ड इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. वट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इज फंड्स. वी डोंट हैव फंड. So that is one thing.
Okay, so let's venture into the upcoming, or I would say a very major topic जिसका आजकल बात होती है, AI. So what do you think the part in your research for nanotechnology, AI could improve that field, or the impact of AI in overall in your field?
यार अगर मैं हेल्थ केयर में बोलूँ तो यस, AI कैन प्ले अ वेरी गुड इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल एंड स्टिल प्लेइंग. बिकॉज कोविड में जो वैक्सीन आई थी, वैक्सीन को बनने में बहुत टाइम लगता है. उसमें आपके सारे AI एंड बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिक्स के टूल यूज़ हुए थे. सो AI इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर, फॉर द ड्रग डिस्कवरी, फॉर ड्रग डिजाइनिंग फॉर दैट मैटर. यस, इट इज़ अ वेरी गुड a tool that can be used. But apart from that, I don't think nanotechnology, yes, it can be used, but you need a lot of data. See, if you talk about machine learning, आप क्या करते हो ML? You are a science CSE students. You give data to your machine. Machine learning nothing but you make your machine learn so that it can give you a output. ठीक है, आपने पहले कुछ डेटा दिया and then नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी में we have to work a lot to introduce AI. AI ज़्यादातर यूज हो रहा है पिक्चर्स पे. जैसे मैंने नैनो पार्टिकल्स बनाए, नैनो जेल बनाया, तो AI कैन बी यूज टू जज कि अच्छा ये अच्छा है कि नहीं है, इसका साइज क्या होगा, ये कहाँ यूज हो सकता है, बट अगेन यू हैव टू गिव द डेटा टू द मशीन, तभी तो वो आपको बताएगा। तो यूज हो सकता है, बिल्कुल यूज हो सकता है, AI इज एवरीवेयर, बट वन थिंग I would like to add that AI or any of these sort can never replace human brains. Never.
Of course. I mean, I agree with your
See, it depends कि आप कर क्या रहे हो. The workers can be replaced by AI. The leaders cannot be replaced by AI.
The think tank cannot be replaced.
Yeah, the thinking cannot. But if you are a worker जो सिर्फ काम करता है, बुद्धि नहीं लगानी, काम करना, you will be replaced by AI. ऐसे. But if you are a thinker, if you are a leader, you will never be replaced by AI. So yes, in my field, AI can help a lot, but it has a long journey and it has to be explored because I don't belong to that field, so I don't know much. But yeah, I've seen and I've read few papers, but it is not like जो हेल्थ केयर में जितना AI यूज हो रहा है उतना मेरे फील्ड में जो नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी फील्ड में उतना नहीं है, हेल्थ केयर में है, इट हैज़ अ वेरी गुड रोल, दिस इज हाउ इट वर्क्स।
So, ma'am, are there any misconceptions about biotechnology?
Many.
So, ma'am, is there anything that irks you particularly and you would like to clear it up today?
ओके, आई विल एक्सप्लेन दिस मेटामॉर्फिकली, ठीक है। सो अभी हम प्लेसमेंट्स की बात कर रहे थे।
Yeah.
So it is like that. See, if a company comes and you cannot convert it, who will you blame? Partially your university, partially yourself, क्योंकि तुम prepared नहीं थे. So बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का हाल वैसा ही है. The students we are producing in biotechnology, लोग बोलते हैं, लोग मजाक करते हैं कि बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में कोई स्कोप नहीं है, कोई स्कोप नहीं है. यार ऐसा नहीं है. We are thriving on biotechnology right now. Everything, look around. बट प्रॉब्लम ये है ना कि बच्चा जब बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में एंट्री लेता है तो उस माइंड सेट से लेता है, यार मुझे कोई ब्रांच नहीं मिली यार, तो ठीक है यार ले लेते हैं बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में, एकदम दुखी होके एकदम. एंड देन द अदर 13 ब्रांचेस लुक एट द बायोमेडिकल एंड बायोटेक्नोलॉजी पीपल लाइक इतना लो आए कि अरे ये लोग तो इंजीनियरिंग, मतलब कल इंजीनियर्स डे था. आई टेल यू माई स्टोरी, एकदम ऑनेस्टली बता रही हूँ. We were wishing each other engineers day. Okay? We have a group of NIT Raipur. So few people from my batch, I am a 2010 pass out. So few people from my batch, they were like pointing out कि यार ये biotech, biomedical वालों को क्यों wish कर रहे हो? They are not engineers. And many people change their field midway. सब CS में आ जाते हैं या कोई अपना field बदल लेता है. You need good people. You need to study. आपका स्कोप तब आएगा जब आप पढ़ोगे ना. बच्चे पढ़ते ही नहीं है पहले ही. द डे वन दे एंटर टू द बायोटेक्नोलॉजी फील्ड, फर्स्ट थिंग दैट मैम स्लाइडिंग कैसे होती है, हाउ कैन आई चेंज माई ब्रांच. आप इस माइंड सेटअप से किसी ब्रांच में घुसते हो, यू विल नेवर डू एनीथिंग गुड. बट व्हाट व्हेन आई लुक बैक, मेनी ऑफ माई बैचमेट्स आर top 2% scientists of the world and they are doing really good, and I think I'm also not doing bad either. So ऐसा नहीं है कि स्कोप नहीं है. You need to work hard. You need to work really hard. आप AI में हैं, आप AI DSY CSC के स्टूडेंट्स हो. You tell me honestly, if you don't work hard, if you don't study properly, कैसे इंजीनियर बनोगे बताओ? Can you compete with the people who are doing AI and DS in other states or other part of the country or world?
Not at all.
But आपका arena, your playground is bigger, our playground is smaller. Because your playground is bigger, you have comparatively less competition. Because our playground is smaller, we have intense competition. So most of the people वो छट जाते हैं, then बोलते हैं बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में स्कोप नहीं. बट ऐसा नहीं है. जो दवाई आप खाते हो, जो आप वैक्सीन लेते हो, जो आप आजकल जितने भी डिवाइसेस आते हैं, एवरीवेयर इट इज बायोटेक्नोलॉजी. कैसे स्कोप नहीं? बट यू हैव टू वर्क हार्ड.
इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए.
इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए. बिना इंटरेस्ट के आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते. आपको IIT ISC भेज दे कोई, आप अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट नहीं है ना तो यू कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग. तो इट्स अबाउट अ इंटरेस्ट ओनली. सो आई प्रोटेक्ट माई ब्रांच. मैं तो बोलती हूँ भाई कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, मैं तो लड़ लेती हूँ कोई मुझे ऐसा बोलता है तो. सो ऐसा नहीं है. बट या
So, to suggest those people who are still left in biotechnology after they're working to change the thing, what would you like to suggest to them for their success beyond academics in their field?
पहला कि इफ यू रियली वांट टू बी इन दिस कोर फील्ड, learn a little bit of informatics, coding. Why? And आपको PG करना पड़ेगा. सी in your field आप बीटेक करते हो, आपको जॉब मिल जाती है. अच्छी, रिस्पेक्टेबल, जहाँ पे you will get a good position, you code. But for our branch, you need to have some amount of minimum knowledge to get into R&D, to get into that particular पोजीशन जहाँ पे आपका थिंकिंग माइंड यूज होगा. सो मैं सजेस्ट करूंगी कि आप पीजी तो करो ही. बिना पीजी के आपको तो नॉलेज होगा ही नहीं, और अगर आप पीजी नहीं करोगे तो एमएससी वाले आपकी जॉब खा जाएंगे, बिकॉज एमएससी पीपल हैव अ लॉट ऑफ नॉलेज एंड वी कम्पीट विद एमएससी पीपल. सो अगर आपको बीटेक के बाद एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि सीएससी को 15 लाख की नौकरी लग गई है, मुझे नहीं लग रही है, तो आपको मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको नहीं लगेगी, लेकिन आपको उनसे 10 टाइम्स ज़्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी और आपका नॉलेज बेस बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. रीड 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 एंड डू नॉट रीड फ्रॉम द इंटरनेट. और सिर्फ मैं बायोटेक वालों के लिए नहीं बोलूँगी, मैं आप सभी के लिए बोलूँगा. इनफैक्ट मैंने बोला भी होगा अगर मैंने आप लोगों को पढ़ाया है तो, कि दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ दिस जनरेशन, दैट गेट नहीं निकलता, कैट नहीं निकलता. ये जो कंप्लेन पीपल डू, बिकॉज द कॉम्पिटिशन इज एक्सपोनेंशियली इंक्रीजिंग एंड यू गाइस जस्ट डोंट रीड बुक्स. आप लोग बुक से पढ़ते ही नहीं हो. तो किताब जब आप नहीं पढ़ते हो ना, वन ऑफ द सेंसेस इज, पहली बात तो बंद हो गया वो. यू डोंट, व्हेन यू डोंट रीड द बुक, एक सेंसेस आपका काम करना बंद कर देता है. एंड अगर बुक गलती से खोल भी लेते हो तो आप सॉफ्ट कॉपी पढ़ते हो. यू जस्ट यूज योर आईज, you don't use your touch. And this might sound stupid to you right now, but it works.
No, ma'am, I agree actually.
Agree.
बुक से पढ़ने पे याद भी ज़्यादा रहता है.
Yes, because you use one of, out of the 6 senses, 5 आप use करते हो. The 6th one is dormant. The 5, out of the 5 senses, when you read the book and you turn the pages, you use the touch वाला एक और sense, जो आप नॉर्मली फोन वोन या इसमें यूज करते हो तो नहीं करते हो. इस वजह से यू रीड मोर एंड आपका इंटरेस्ट भी ज़्यादा होता है और आपको याद भी ज़्यादा होता है. तो ये मैं बोलूँगी, आई थिंक हम थोड़ा सा डाइवर्ट हो गए, बट फॉर द बीटेक पीपल फ्रॉम बायोटेक्नोलॉजी आई विल सजेस्ट देम टू रीड मोर एंड इंक्रीज योर नॉलेज. गो फॉर पीजी, देन नोबडी कैन स्टॉप यू. जस्ट डू एमटेक, आपको पीएचडी करने की भी जरूरत नहीं. देयर आर इन्यूमरेबल जॉब्स.
So, ma'am, as a woman in STEM, how different was your journey than you think it normally might have been for men, maybe?
I was lucky to, my journey was less bumpy because my PhD guide was also a woman. And one thing I will tell you that being a woman, you have certain responsibilities towards your family more, which is natural, which is instinctual, क्योंकि आपको ऊपर वाले ने ऐसा बनाया है. तो वो एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ज़्यादा है हमारे ऊपर. तो वंस यू गेट मैरिड, इट अफेक्ट्स. पहले तो नहीं, बाकी सब चीज़ों में कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है. बट येस, बीइंग अ वुमन इन साइंस, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि बिफोर आई वॉज मैरिड, आई यूज टू स्पेंड मोर टाइम इन द लैब. आफ्टर मैरिज ऑल्सो मुझे बहुत फ़र्क इसलिए नहीं पड़ा बिकॉज माई हस्बैंड वॉज ऑल्सो इन दिस फील्ड. तो ही यूज टू आस्क मी कि तू जल्दी कैसे आ गई, rather than asking कि why are you late, because he used to stay till 10, I used to stay till 11 12 in the lab. So मुझे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ा. But yes, once you get married, it affects because you have to take care of the family, and if you get a kid, then you have to take care of the kid. But I will add one thing, that government of India is really, and not only government of India, the entire world is really supporting women scientists. You have innumerable fellowships, you have a lot of grants just for women. So if you really have this spark that you want to do something in science or research, innovation basically, you have a lot of things. Immediately after BTech, you have innumerable fellowships for your MTech, you have a lot of fellowships for your PhD, even for postdoc. So government is really supporting women scientists, but this happened 10 years back, 10, 15 years back. Before that, if you see the data, you will not see women scientists being a director of IITs or NITs, or having if you go for an interview for any big position, you will not see any women in the
interviewing
interview panel.
Yeah.
Because none of the female have reached to that height. If there are 10 male, there would be 1 woman. वो भी ज़्यादा बोल रही हूँ. If there are 50 males, there would be 1 woman. Even when in our university also, when we see the people of that stature कि किनको chief guest बुलाएंगे, you will not see women. So we have to work really hard, and it is not just society or our country's responsibility, it is our responsibility as well to work really hard and to reach to that level, because the scenario has changed. People support you. There are many arenas that you can work on. There are many fellowships and grants. So it hardly makes a difference these days. बाकी internal politics if you talk कि रोक दिया जाता है, ये नहीं होता, that's everywhere. That's everywhere. It depends on you. So no, there is nothing that is stopping a woman apart from the natural thing that you have to bear the child. Your husband cannot bear the child, right? So you have to be at home for 1.5 years. You cannot help it. So that is another thing. But उसके एवज में गवर्नमेंट आपको बहुत सपोर्ट करती है. So there is nothing like that. My ride was very smooth. मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई.
Okay, so even to keep the spark alive, people need some recreational activity. So apart from your research work and normal academic, but what are the other activities you enjoy?
Many. Like I am very much into animal charity. So after I shifted to Bhilai, my parents are very finicky about stray animals. They also do a lot, but they are very finicky. Like you will get rabies. Do not touch the. Why are you taking? Why are you taking them to the hospital? Call people. So in Raipur, I was very much involved in these activities and volunteering, involved with the NGOs, donating, raising funds. This is one thing. I dance. I am a Kathak disciple. So apart from this activity, I keep myself busy in two more things. I dance, I work out, I do yoga. तो मैं इन सब चीज़ों अपने आप को बिजी रखती हूँ. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आई ट्राई टू लर्न वन न्यू थिंग. लाइक आई एम getting trained to be a life coach. So that is one thing going on. And I am a past life regression therapist as well. So these are the things that I do. I am a very social person. I meet a lot of people. I have a lot of friends. So once in a month or twice, I make sure that I socialize with people. I go out. I take my parents out. So these are the things that I enjoy, and I'm very social. So apart from academics is just a small part of my life. These are the major part of my life. So this is if people who are connected to me on social media, they will see that you will never see anything academic on my social media. So I even don't post anything academic on my social media because uh, I already spent 10 hours of my a day in academics. So when I go back, so people make fun of me, my colleagues and everything. She's always on social media. She always has an update and she always has a story to upload. So this is all the thing that I do apart from academics.
Ma'am, what would be your favorite book or movie if you had to pick one?
There are many books. So recently, I am reading. The recent book that I am reading is a book by Daniel Coleman, Emotional Intelligence. That is turning, I think that is the book which is turning to be my favorite till all the book that I have read. I make a habit of completing one book in a month. So I lag sometimes. So the recent book that I'm reading right now is Emotional Intelligence. Another book that uh, I read recently, which is one of my favorite, is How to Be the Love You Seek. That is one book that is my favorite. Movie, there are many movies. I cannot pick one favorite, but if one movie that I have to see multiple times, if I am low or चला देते ना कोई movie आप खाना खाते खाते देख लेते हो, that is जिंदगी न मिलेगी दोबारा. I love that movie because मुझको पूरे उसके dialogues याद हो गए and it is our group's favorite. So whenever we friends or cousins meet, so we just put it on the TV and we watch it. So that is one movie that I love.
So let's talk about another part. What do you think would be a fact which most of the students would be surprised to know about you?
Fact.
Yeah.
Oh, this I have to think. Uh, there are many. So I'm just thinking which one to tell
Like the
you.
fact I didn't know that you were a Kathak dancer. I knew that you were a social person. I knew that you were
Right.
doing that interview, but I didn't have any idea that you were also a Kathak dancer. So that was a new thing for me.
So that I told, like one thing that uh, is surprised that I just told you that I am a past life regression therapist.
Yeah.
So most of the people don't know what is it. So I can take you people in your past life.
Okay.
I can hypnotize you. I can take you to your past life.
That's something new to hear.
Yeah. So this is one thing, and there are many politically incorrect thing that I cannot say. So one thing that I can share is that I can take you to your past life. I can hypnotize you, and I can take you to your past life. So I am certified for that. I have a certificate. I've done a proper course in that.
I always thought that that is not a real thing.
Now,
For
it
some
is a real thing. It's a very real thing. And when I was learning that, when I got to know about this particular thing, I thought the same. I was going through something, and one of my friends suggested, "Ki, have you seen this particular video where this woman take people to the past life?" And I saw the video. It was so finicky. I was like, "क्या बेवकूफाना हरकत है, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है." Then somehow I don't know why I developed the interest when I read few books. One, Many Lives, Many Masters ऐसे एक book है. He's a person who introduced this particular past life therapy thing. So when I learned that past life therapy, when I was learning, it was a 6 months old long course. It was an online course. When my mother came to know, I did not tell my parents. I live with my parents, and I did not tell them that I take 3 hours class alternate day.
The very very first answer of the parents would be, ये क्या कर रहे हो?
ये क्या कर रहे हो? मतलब मेरे पापा मम्मी ना, दे हैव गिवन अप ऑन मी. लाइक आई डू अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. दे आर लाइक कि अरे यार, मेरे पापा मम्मी का ऐसा हो गया है कि माई सिस्टर इज अ वेरी गुड डॉटर. She lives in US from past many years. She's married, but she makes sure she calls 3 times a day to tell my parents ki how is she and what she doing, what she cooking. And when I used to live in Raipur, I used to call once a week. So I forget. मतलब ठीक है, I'm alive. I'm good. If you're seeing me on WhatsApp, if you're seeing me on social media, I'm alive. I don't have a habit of calling. So my parents have given up on me on many things, like taking in dogs and rescuing animals or learning new thing. Or when my mother got to know that she is learning past life therapy, so I'm like, are you becoming a tantric or something? No, it's not a tantric. It's a science. It's not something like tantric or religious thing or spiritual thing. It's a science. And then when I learned, when I saw people, and when I practiced on people, when people practiced on me, when I saw myself, look, that was something that changed me. I'm a different person now. I don't see people as they are now. I don't see myself as I am. Because I know you are carrying a lot of things from your past life. Because of that, how you behave, what happens to you, everything is related. So if you are destined to see your past life, then only you can see. Otherwise, no. It's not like a like conversation that I'll make you sit and I'll hypnotize you and take you to your past life. Not, it's not like that. You have to be mentally. I have to prepare you mentally to take you there. It takes a lot of sittings and it's a very expensive thing. Otherwise, people who are doing it professionally. So I did not do it professionally, but I wanted to learn it, so I did it. So there is one thing that might surprise people, that I can take you to your past life.
would you ever pursue this as a career, maybe in the future?
I learned this to help people, but as a career, no, because I'm very happy with my science, and I learned this for a reason. I have learned two things to help people. One is life coaching, and another one is this. Because not this one, but yes, life coaching has helped me. So I've learned this so that I can help people out free of cost. I counsel a lot of people. I counsel a lot of students. Not here. I counsel a lot of unknown people to help them out, to counsel them and take them out of the problem. So I have learned these two things, not to pursue it professionally, but to help people. That gives me peace. Because when I was in my down state, these things helped me. But I spent fortune on that. So I think that should be free. So if people come to me, कि ऐसा ऐसा है, yeah, so I talk them. I don't tell them straight that I can help you. Yeah.
It would be a very hard thing to believe if someone said, "Ki, I could take you to a past life." Even I am kind of surprised, and it's taking me time to digest.
Yeah, and so
But
when I got to know it for the first time, see, that is why I was really thinking ki, should I tell this or not? Because even my friends make fun of me. ऐसे दिल से चल hypnotize कर, take me to the past life. मैंने कहा अच्छा, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. But when I saw my past life, when I took people to the past, I'll tell you one example. I was doing this thing to help a lady. She had some issue. I should not tell you, I'm not telling the entire case study, but she had some issue, very minimal some issue, but she was not able to curb it, come out of it. So I took her to her past life. So you don't randomly go to any year or any life. See, if I have an X problem, so I will take you to that life when which
That
with
part of
that
it.
part of that issue is related. So she went into some, and she was born in some era, and she was in I think some part of which is UK now,
Okay.
and she is a Marathi lady,
Hmm.
लगभग 48 years old Marathi lady, my client. So when I took her to the past life, and she started talking in some other language, some other tone. It took me a lot of time to understand what she's talking, because the kind of English that she was speaking.
Only a thing about like English. There's Welsh, there's Scottish, there's Irish.
Yeah.
Four other languages.
And
Which are
when she started talking about some other language, and I asked again, can you please talk in English? Then she started talking in English, and the English was also very not, it was very different,
accented.
accented English, and I was not able to understand, because when you're hypnotized, you speak stuttery. You stutter a bit.
Yeah.
So I immediately took her out, because it took time for me, because I could not keep her in that limbo situation. I took her out, and then I asked her, what did you see? And you were speaking in this particular thing, and I know everybody is surprised, who is
Yeah.
वो
person आकर
yeah,
saying it.
सबको समझ में आ रहा है कि अरे क्या बोल रही है ये, but yeah, it happened. And when and yes, I don't know whether the problem eventually was curbed. She understood why is it happening. वो लोग बोलते ना, पिछले जन्म के कर्म है आपके, इसलिए भुगत रहे हो फलाना ढिंका, तो तुम लोग सुने होगे ना ये चीज, तो हम हिंदुओं में सबसे ज्यादा होती है, मतलब इंडिया में तो होती है, रिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ रिलीजन दैट यू बिलोंग टू. But when you see it actually, when you visualize it, when you take people there, and there are many case study, if you get time, if you have interest, just read about it, and you will get to know that it is a science. It is not something like tantric activity that you do. And I got one client from Raipur, and he was so afraid. We signed all the papers, you get consent and everything, like you sign the paper, non disclosure and everything, and we planned a sitting. He got so, he chickened out. He said, what if you took me to some past life and I stuck there? मैंने कहा, you are here. Like it's like sapna. You see dreams, right? You see some random dreams, and it will look like, it will feel like that. आप सपना देख रहे हो, and then you, मैं आपको उठाऊंगी तो आप उठ जाओगे, ऐसा होता है. He chickened out. Okay, ठीक है. He was like, yeah, what if I stuck there? I could not come back. मैंने कहा, you are not going there. It will just be like dream. But yeah, so this is one thing that most of the people don't know about me, that I know this. However, I don't practice it much because it takes a lot of time. I don't have much time. I have a lot of PhD students under me. So when I go back from here, so I have meetings with them. I discuss with them. I have my family. I have a dog. So I have my Kathak class. If I have that day, then I go for a walk or running. So I am busy. It takes 2-3 hours on one sitting. So I'm not able to spend that much time. So अभी थोड़ा सा उसको साइड करके रखा हुआ है. So that is one thing that people don't know about me.
Okay. So we have one segment to explain it like it's 5 year. So in this particular thing, you would be given a particular topic, and you would to try to explain it like you're explaining to a 5 year child.
ठीक है.
So we had picked a word from your research. It's a word which even I don't know. I don't know what her. She knows it not. Nanobiocatalysis.
Nanobio-catalysis.
So there's an audience. I would like you to please explain.
Okay, so my audience is a 5-year-old. Okay.
Yeah, 5 year child.
Okay. So the word that they have given me is a nanobiocatalyst or nanobiocatalysis. So nanobiocatalysis is a process, and जो वो करता है उसको बोलते हैं nanobiocatalyst. So I'll explain nanobiocatalyst. Okay. So for a 5-year-old, if you're a 5-year-old, you don't know what is nano, you don't know what is bio, and you don't know what is catalyst. Okay. So I will explain that to you in some other way. Okay. So catalyst पहले समझते हैं हम क्या होता है. सो कैटलिस्ट वो चीज़ होती है जो भी किसी भी एक्टिविटी को बढ़ा देती है. जैसे मान लीजिए आपको मैंने होमवर्क दिया है, ठीक है, मैंने बोला A to Z लिखो. खैर 5 साल के तो A to Z तो बहुत छोटी चीज़ है. मैंने बोल दिया कुछ स्पेलिंग लिखने के लिए, ठीक है, एंड यू आर नॉट गेटिंग मोटिवेटेड. मैंने बोला कि चलो आप अगर जो जब से पहले कंप्लीट करेगा, आई विल गिव दैट पर्सन, दैट स्टूडेंट अ चॉकलेट. तो बच्चा क्या करेगा, जल्दी जल्दी करने की कोशिश करेगा. So that chocolate is now a catalyst to complete your homework because it is enhancing your activity. It is motivating you. In a similar way, जो catalyst होता है वो कोई भी चीज़ जो हो रही है, रिएक्शन विएक्शन या जो भी रिएक्शन तो आप समझेंगे नहीं, कोई भी एक्टिविटी जो हो रही है उसको उसकी स्पीड को बढ़ा देता है। अगर एक होमवर्क को मैंने आपको दिया है और आप उसको 1 घंटे में कर रहे हो, मैंने चॉकलेट की ब्राइब दी आपको कि जो पहले करेगा उसको मैं एक चॉकलेट दूंगी, आपने उसको 15 मिनट में कंप्लीट कर दिया, तो आपकी स्पीड बढ़ी या कम हुई? आपकी स्पीड बढ़ गई। तो दैट चॉकलेट इज अ कैटलिस्ट नाउ। ठीक है, तो आपको एक वर्ड समझ में आ गया कैटलिस्ट क्या होता है। कैटलिस्ट वो होता है जो आपके किसी भी एक्टिविटी को करने की स्पीड को बढ़ा देता है। एक वर्ड हो गया। अब हम आते हैं बीच में बायो को। बायो कैटलिस्ट, कोई भी कैटलिस्ट। अब पहले तो मैंने चॉकलेट दिया था, अब इमेजिन करो मैंने आपको डराया, आपकी मम्मी आती है और बोलती है अगर ये होमवर्क अगले 15 मिनट में नहीं हुआ तो तू दो झापड़ खाएगा,
5 मिनट में खत्म।
ये 5 मिनट में खत्म होगा। Now it's a biocatalyst because the catalyst which is increasing your activity is a biological thing. Your mom's slap, ठीक है, और your father's आंखें, अगर आप जिससे भी डरते हो, then it become, because it is now a biological thing, it is no more a materialistic thing. ठीक है, पहले तो चॉकलेट का मैंने आपको ब्राइब दिया था, initially the catalyst was a chocolate, now the catalyst is your mother's slap. Your activity is now completed into 5 minutes. तो पहले आप उसको 1 घंटे में कर रहे थे, फिर मैंने कैटलिस्ट दिया, आपने उसको 15 मिनट में किया, मम्मी आई, वो बन गया बायो कैटलिस्ट, अब आपने आप उसको 5 मिनट में कर दिया। अब आते हैं हम नैनो बायो कैटलिस्ट में। उसके पहले आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा नैनो क्या होता है। नैनो इज अ साइज, आजकल तो 5 साल का बच्चा भी नैनो समझता है। नैनो इज अ साइज विच इज वेरी स्मॉल। ठीक है, अगर मैं आपको ये बोलूंगी 10⁻⁻⁹ आप नहीं समझोगे। नैनो साइज इज वेरी स्मॉल। आप अगर अभी फोन, आजकल सब बच्चा फोन देखता है, अपने फादर के फोन को खोलोगे उसमें चिप लगी होगी, छोटी सी, आजकल जी पहले बड़ी बड़ी चिप लगती थी, छोटी सी चिप लगी, दैट इज अ नैनो चिप। ठीक है, छोटे कोई भी चीज का एकदम मिनिएचर छोटे फॉर्म को उसका नैनो फॉर्म बोलते हैं। ठीक है, जैसे एक एग्जांपल देती हूँ मैं, गेहूं देखे होगे। ठीक है, गेहूं को जब आप पीसते हो तो आटा बनता है, मैदा भी उसी से बनता है।
हाँ, प्रोसेस करने का तो मैदा
प्रोसेस करने का तो मैदा बनता है। मैदे का साइज, अब आप डाइजेस्ट किसको बेटर कर लेते हो? एक होता है दलिया जो बड़े बड़े साइज का होता है, एक होता है आटा जिसकी रोटी बनती है, फिर एक होता है मैदा जिसका नमकीन बनता है। क्या जल्दी डाइजेस्ट होता है?
मैदा
डाइजेस्ट जल्दी क्या होता है?
मैदा तुम और प्रोसेस करके कर चुके हैं तो आई गेस
दलिया इसे दलिया खिलाते हैं ना बीमार व्यक्ति को, जल्दी डाइजेस्ट होता है। क्यों? बिकॉज उसका साइज बड़ा है, जो डाइजेस्टिव एंजाइम है ना आपके, वो उसको जल्दी डाइजेस्ट कर जाते हैं, इट इज इजिली डाइजेस्टेबल। आपने और छोटा किया, वो आटा बन गया। आटा उससे थोड़ा ज्यादा टाइम लेता है, सबसे ज्यादा लेता है टाइम मैदा, क्योंकि मैदा इतना फाइन होता है कि उसमें पानी जल्दी घुसता नहीं है, उसको डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए टाइम लगता है। बस वो मैं आपको साइज बताने के लिए मैंने वो आटा मैदा दलिया बताया। नाउ इमेजिन एक नैनो बायो कैटलिस्ट क्या होगा। फोन में पहले नॉर्मल चिप लगता था, अब नैनो चिप लगता है। क्यों?
साइज को कम करने के लिए
उससे क्या होता है?
ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फीचर्स उसमें ऐड कर सकते हैं।
उससे क्या होता है? प्रोसेसिंग बढ़ जाती है, फास्ट होती है ना। कोई भी चीज को आप जब नैनो फॉर्म में कर देते हो तो उसकी प्रोसेसिंग फास्ट होती है, उसकी एक्टिविटी बढ़ जाती है। अब अभी बच्चे को कैसे बताओगे? इमेजिन करो आपको एक होमवर्क मिला हुआ है और आपके पिछले क्लास टेस्ट का आपके पास पन्ना भी है जिसमें आपको 10 में से मिले हैं 3 नंबर, घर में पापा वेट कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, आपको पता है कि अभी तो घर में जाके होमवर्क करने बैठना, पापा घर पे हैं, नंबर मिले हैं 3, साइन भी करवाना है। तो आप क्या करोगे? होमवर्क घर में लेके ही नहीं जाओगे, आप स्कूल में ही कर लोगे उस होमवर्क को। ठीक है, आप स्कूल में ही करके जाओगे उस होमवर्क को, बिकॉज घर पे पापा बैठे हुए हैं। तो इसने क्या किया? आपकी एक्टिविटी को बढ़ाया या कम किया?
बढ़ा
आपको अल्ट्रा फास्ट कर दिया, होमवर्क को होम ही नहीं लेके गए आप। ये जो आपका नैनो सिम करते हैं, नैनो सर्किट्स करते, जो चीज पहले 30 सेकंड में होती है, नैनो सर्किट उसी को माइक्रो सेकंड में कर देता है। तो एक नैनो बायो कैटलिस्ट एक ऐसा चीज होता है जो आपके या किसी भी चीज के एक्टिविटी को कई गुना टाइम बढ़ा देता है। और उसकी एक इंपॉर्टेंस है कि उसका साइज छोटा होता है, इट इज नॉट विजिबल। लाइक योर फादर्स एंगर वॉज नॉट विजिबल टेक्निकली, यू जस्ट गॉट टू नो that at back home he is there and you got a very bad marks, so he will be already in a bad mood. If you go sit there doing your homework and your mom slapping you कि तो homework करता नहीं है, तो आप क्या सोचिए यार मूड क्यों खराब करना। मैं काम यहीं से करके जाता हूँ, होमवर्क होम लेके ही नहीं जाता हूँ। आपकी प्रोसेसिंग इतनी फास्ट हो गई कि आप सारा होमवर्क स्कूल में बैठ के कंप्लीट किए और फिर घर गए। सो दैट इज नैनो बायो कैटलिस्ट. Your father is a nano bio catalyst, your mother is a bio catalyst, and your chocolate was a catalyst. So this is how you explain, because the kids, और चलो मान लो मैं एक रिसर्चर हूँ, मुझे इसमें 10 साल हो गए, आप भी मेरे लिए किड हो, आप नहीं जानते नैनो क्या है, आप नहीं जानते कैटलिस्ट क्या है, तो you have to explain. And if any one of you wants to become a teacher, whenever you read something, whenever you get prepared for the class, never think that students should know this. Treat student not as a dumb person. Treat them as if you have to start from the zero. Because आप जितने जीरो से स्टार्ट करोगे उनके दिमाग की परतें खुलेंगी, and this is अंडरस्टैंडिंग बढ़ेगी, and that is how a teacher should work ना. मैं नहीं कह रही हूँ कि आप ऐसा समझो कि वो गधा बच्चा है. जैसे मेरे फादर जब मुझे ड्राइविंग सिखा रहे थे तो उन्होंने बोला कि तू ऐसे गाड़ी चला एज इफ सामने मतलब रोड में किसी को नहीं आता, ऐसा चला.
Typical Indian father behavior.
नहीं, it did not work on me.
Yeah.
I got scared. So I joined a driving school. वहाँ मुझे ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोला गया. उन्होंने बोला कि अपने ड्राइविंग पे कॉन्फिडेंस रखो, हाँ, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम ये मत समझो कि सामने वाला तुमको देख रहा है और वो गाड़ी मोड़ लेगा. You have a brake, put that brake.
Yeah.
Like that. So you have, it's not, you gave a very good this thing, but in general if I tell you, so this is how one should teach thinking person, that उसको zero से सब कुछ नहीं पता है. Unlearning is important.
There's a very famous quote, I guess, by Albert Einstein, that if you want to understand if you know a thing or not, explain it to a 5-year-old kid.
Yes.
That's where this entire segment came from.
Right.
Yeah, just read that quote and
This thing that I got to know from you. Huh.
So, okay, ma'am. So that's a wrap for today. We would like to thank you for your time
Thank you.
and your wisdom. Okay, guys. So we'll see you in the next one.